Some of you claim that Anonymous hacks into innocent people's computers and websites. This may be true. But if you think the whole collective is doing this, then think twice. We don't have observation what Anonymous members are doing. Again, Anonymous is not group or organization. It's worldwide ideology, so it's impossible to control every Anon. We are different from each other. Some of us fight for freedom and justice, and some of us don't. Some of us are hackers, crackers, protesters, or just unidentifiable people. Why some of us use their hacking skills against innocent? Because they can. We apologize for the damage. But I can't help, they are people who have their own wants and thoughts.
Politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you.
Illuminati, you've come to take control. You can take my heartbeat, but you can break my soul. We all shall be free.
Well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them.
Illuminati, you'll never take control. Your new world order will lead to none at all. We all shall be free.
Open up your eyes, wake the fuck up, America. Elite control your lives with fear, just staring you with terror on your screen, telling you what to believe. But who benefits from panic, hunger, and greed? Yo, that's how they feed upon the masses like a fucking disease. The only answer is to rise up, get up off your fucking knees. Tap into your inner being like a 33rd degree. I'm planting mental seeds for men to break free of an evil greed. You can't see, cause you ain't believing me, but I'm telling thee that television ain't true. Just professionally manufacturing a fallacy, imbalancing your talents. We tragically waiting for things to fucking change magically and mystically. Rewrite our fucking history. This ain't no bullshit mystery. I'm locked to prison with the key. It's in your mind, is the boss to see.
Illuminati, you've come to take control. You can take my heartbeat, but you can break my soul. We all shall be free.
And they subsidize illness in America. They have to. There's too much money in it.
Illuminati, you'll never take control. Your new world order will lead to none at all. We all shall be free.
Fuck the internet, it took away your intellect. It stripped you of respect, so now this is what you're left with. What's the symptoms of distress? Which prescription is the best? The definition of misdirection, doctor's orders, get some rest. This hocus pocus diagnosis got you focusing on stress. These politicians ain't no better fit the description of the devil. Grab your pistols and get ready, cause they're trying to play Geppetto. Yeah, they're trying to pull the strings, have us jumping through the rings, but they treat us like we're property. We're fucking human beings, man. Things are not the way it seems. Rarely see the American dream, cause it's more like a nightmare. Fight fair. Yeah, I'll do that when a vote counts. Yeah, I'll do that shit when they
The emergency alert system has been activated. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular program at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system. Do not use your telephone. The telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated.
Hello world. We are anonymous. What you do or do not know about us is irrelevant. We have decided to write to you, the media, and all citizens of the free world to inform you of our intentions, potential targets, and our ongoing active campaign for the freedom of information exchange, freedom of expression, and free use of the Internet. Our message is clear. We support the free flow of information. Anonymous is actively campaigning for this goal everywhere in all forms. This necessitates the freedom of expression for the Internet, for journalism and journalists, and citizens of the world. Though we recognize you may disagree, we believe that Anonymous is campaigning for you so that your voice may never be silenced. The recent news of our campaigns has been, at best, misinformed. We are not a terrorist organization as governments, demagogues, and the media would have you believe. Rather, Anonymous is a spontaneous collective of people who share the common goal of protecting the free flow of information on the Internet. Our ranks are filled with people representative of many parts of the world in all political orientations. We can be anyone, anywhere, anytime. If you are in a public place right now, take a look over your shoulder. Everyone you see has all the requirements to be an Anon. But do not fret, for you too have all the requirements to stand with those who fight for free information and accountability. Accordingly, Anonymous is not always the same group of people. Anonymous is a living idea. Anonymous is an idea that can be edited, updated, remanded, changed on a whim. We are living consciousness. At this time, Anonymous is a consciousness focused on actively campaigning for the free flow of information and accountability by our public institutions. We ask the world to support us, not for our sake, but for your own. When governments and corporations control information, they control you. When governments are allowed the power of censorship, they are able to commit great atrocities and act in corrupt ways free from the scrutiny of those from whom their power derives. When corporations are capable of using their vast amounts of wealth to manipulate or influence the free flow of information, they control you. We are taking a stand against this. We refuse to be deceived. The Internet is one of the last bastions of the free flow of information in our evolving information society, and one that is capable of connecting us all. Through the Internet, all the people of the world have access to information. When we all have access to information, we are strong. When we are strong, we possess the power to do the impossible, to make a difference, to better our world. This is why the government is moving on WikiLeaks. This is what they fear. They fear our power when we unite. Please, do not forget this. Our intention is just. The intention of Anonymous is to protect free flow of information of all types from the control of any individual, corporation, or government entity. We will do this until our proverbial dying breath. We do this not only for ourselves, but for the citizens of the world. We are people campaigning at this very moment for your freedom of information exchange, freedom of expression, and free use of the Internet. Please remember this as you watch the news, read posts on Twitter, comment on YouTube or Facebook, or send email to a friend or loved one. Anonymous is making every effort to defend free speech and free information on the Internet. We ask for the attention of the world as the events that are unfolding are fundamentally influencing the course of history. Anonymous campaign will defend against any individual, organization, corporation, and/or government entity that seeks to hinder the free flow of information on the Internet and beyond. Our methods may appear to be unjustly burdening our targets, but we argue that in this moment when the freedom of speech is under attack by the very institutions which are supposed to support it, drastic measures must be taken. During the civil rights movement in the 1960s, access to many businesses was blocked as a peaceful protest against segregation. Today much business is conducted on the Internet. We are using the law to conduct distributed denial of service attacks against businesses that have aided in the censorship of any person. Our attacks do no damage to the computer hardware. We merely take up bandwidth and system resources like the seats at the Woolworths lunch counter. Please, do not despise us, as we are not the Anonymous that you may be familiar with. Anonymous past is not our present. May we remind you that Anonymous is a dynamic entity. Furthermore, anything attributed, credited, or tagged to Anonymous is not always based on the consensus of us as a whole. Even the document you read now was written by at least 10 people simultaneously. Anonymous campaign does not intend to harm the websites of the individual citizen, organization, or government that supports the free flow of information. We are here for all of you, to campaign for all of you. Where others have made this promise and failed, we make this promise and aim to keep it for everyone. Anonymous wishes to defend the free flow of information on the internet and beyond. We would like to ask that you as a citizen, organization, media organization, or government do the same. Any individual, organization, corporation, and/or government entity which supports freedom of speech and a free internet is an ally of Anonymous. Our method of choosing targets is simple. We are against anyone who supports censorship, such as those who are responsible for the silencing of WikiLeaks. We are against any entity that work towards the defilement of free speech and/or the free flow of information. Our request of you is simple. We ask you to consider the value of your natural freedoms. We ask you to consider the value of free information for you and future generations. We ask you to consider the implications of information censorship, be it through the internet or physical speech. We ask you to consider the future of your own human rights, as those who wish to take these rights from you now will not stop with this. Signed, Anonymous.